And here we are in the 1500 meters. Neugebauer, 82.05 after 9 events, 8,205 points. 8,205 points, Dwight, would have won this meet just a couple of years ago.
And Dan, this is amazing considering the conditions, but when you've got 5 straight personal bests in a row, which is what Leo Neugebauer did from the 400 meters yesterday, where he improved his personal best in the 400 by more than a second, all the way through to the javelin. You're not going to expect a personal best here because of the conditions, but at least they let them go at 10 minutes after 10 o'clock at night. That's certainly better than if they'd run it a couple of hours ago, but still, it's going to be rough as we take a look at a lot of competitors still left in this decathlon 1500 meters.
Well, Dwight, let me tell you what's at stake for Leo Neugebauer. He has a personal best of 442. He currently has 8,205 points. To get the German national record, he needs to run 5:06, which is well within himself. To score 8,800, he needs to run 4:54. To be world all-time top 10 and score 88.11, he needs to run 4:52. To surpass my all-time personal best, 88.91, he needs to go 4:39. And if he wanted to go 9,000, he would run 4:22. But he is taking the steps into history. Jürgen Hinsen, the Olympic silver medalist from 1984, he's going to surpass him in this effort. Paul Meyer, Christian Schenk, the 1992 Olympic champion, and Frank Busemann, who won silver in 1976. Leo Neugebauer is about to pass all of them from a point standpoint.
And you know he's got to be thinking about world championships later on in the year, where he'll represent Germany when the world championships are held in Budapest, Hungary. And those upper 4-minute 450s are certainly within his capability. He's in front of a hometown crowd. He knows he's about to win the NCAA Decathlon championship and beat his nemesis, Kyle Garland. So a lot of incentive for Leo Neugebauer to run as good a 1500 meters as he can, given the conditions.
Collegiate record. Collegiate meet record, world lead, it's all there for him. There's Kyle Garland, NCAA record holder right now, but the decathlon, Dwight, has just gone absolutely bananas. Last year, Aiden Owens-Delerme, he takes down the national record at the Mount Sac Relays. Kyle Garland comes back and just obliterates it at the U.S. Championships while competing for Georgia. He was the U.S. champion, and then this year, boom, again, 8,500 points from Kyle Garland, 84 high from Leo Neugebauer. These scores are just astronomical. Used to be able to come to the national championships, score 81.50 and come away with a title.
Well, they certainly have pushed each other. Them all being in school at the same time has not been a bad thing for the event. Garland is a senior, so this is his last chance as a collegian. You can see there's only about 3 seconds difference between where Garland is and where Neugebauer is. Short of Neugebauer completely tying up and falling over, he's going to be the NCAA champion.
Well, Oliver Thorner from Washington way out in front. Almost a 100-meter lead for the decathlete from Washington, but all eyes are on that tall figure in the burnt orange on the outside. You can see he's huffing and puffing, but just like the 400 meters, there's not an event where the crowd can help lift you, where the crowd can help propel you to a good time more than the 1500 meters.
Well, he's in a good rhythm. And that's so important, because as long as he doesn't try to change gears or do anything crazy.
Well, he came through with about he came through at 3:30 with 1 lap to go. If he puts a 75-second lap in there at the end and bring him through at 4:45, he would break 8,800 points. He would break 88.11 to put him in the all-time top 10 list. Absolutely amazing. This meet, he went absolutely bananas, and it's so reminiscent of when Ashton Zamzow also had a big personal best, took home the title, win the championship for here in 2019.
Well, we saw this start at the Texas Relays when Leo Neugebauer had a big score there, won the title, a lot of personal bests, and that was just in late March. You can see Kyle Garland is struggling. That was Oliver Thorner of Washington, who ran 4:17.12, but the race and the focus is on Leo Neugebauer, who's going to finish about 6 seconds behind Kyle Garland. More than enough cushion to keep Garland in second place. Here comes Neugebauer. We're watching. It's 4:45, 4:46, 4:47, 4:48 is what he runs. That might get him into 8,800 points.
Well, the previous German national record, 8,730, and there you see Neugebauer in tears. Kyle Garland's the first guy to greet him. These two have battled it out over the last couple of days. They've watched each other from afar all season long. But Neugebauer, now the emotion comes out. He was so strong over the last couple of days. I saw him the day before the meet. He said he's ready. He said he was ready. He said he felt good. Edric Floriel said he's taken on some tasks and done some things this season that he was not able to do last year. He's run with the quarter milers. He's trained with John Jones. What an effort over the last couple of days by that young man.
Well, to be great, you've got to have great competition. We know that. You had it with Dave Johnson in the early 90s. Leo's got Garland and Aiden Owens. 88.36 is his total. A collegiate record by a ton. At like 100 points plus. And he has managed to get over to John Anderson.
I'm here with Mr. 88.36. I just saw Trey Hardy, who's over here yelling at you the whole time. He said, you just bowled back-to-back perfect games. You just had the low score. Yeah. I don't know if you have some sort of clever euphemism or clever simile. What do you think of the 2 days and this score?
So I really surprised myself, I've got to be honest. I knew it was going to take a collegiate record to win this thing if it was me or Kyle. And I pulled through. I just pretended this was a practice for me, especially my home stadium. The crowd pushed me so far. I'm just so happy, so happy.
Tell me how this thing built, one event after another, one PR after another, one decathlon best after another.
So I just kind of grabbed the energy from the stadium, from just being here at home, and just like push myself to PR, from PR to PR. And I just love doing PRs.
88.36. They just had the GOATS meets, best athletes in the decathletes in the world. 8,700 won that.
Yeah.
What do you look forward here the rest of the summer?
I mean, at first, I have a little downtime.
Good.
Now I'll be back in Budapest for the World Championships.